Wednesday 24th of June 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. 20th A. Speaker overrules objection, allows debate. Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa yesterday overruled opposition leader Nimal Siripaldi Silva's request to disallow the debate on the adjournment motion on electoral reforms when the government moved the motion on the debate, but Mr. D. Silva said it should be disallowed, pending the bill on electoral reforms being presented in Parliament. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Stop Indian Maggi noodles entering Sri Lanka, CAA. The Consumer Affairs Authority yesterday requested the Sri Lanka Customs to stop consignments of rejected Maggi noodles from India being released to the importers because they are said to contain high levels of monosodium glutamate. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. UNP wants common system for all elections. Deviating from its earlier stand that electoral reforms should be brought in under the 100-day program, the United National Party yesterday called for a common system of electing representatives to Parliament, provincial councils and local bodies worked out through discussion among all parties. Presenting his party's views on electoral system, UNP General Secretary and Cabinet Minister Kabir Hashim said a new Parliament should be given an opportunity to enact a new electoral system. Let's move to another highlight from Daily Mirror. Why didn't UPFA government reform electoral system? Ranil. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday asked why the UPFA government had failed to bring in a new electoral system despite enjoying a two-thirds majority. Speaking during an adjournment debate in Parliament, Mr. Wickremesinghe charged that the UPFA government failed to bring in any fruitful constitutional reforms. Another highlight from Daily Mirror. Parliament to be dissolved today. Speculation is rife that Parliament will be dissolved tonight following intimation to that effect by Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to Tamil political parties at a meeting on June 16th. Democratic People's Front leader Mano Ganesan told Daily Mirror yesterday that President Maithripala Sirisena did not rule out the possibility when the members of the newly formed Tamil coalition, the Tamil Progressive Alliance led by Ganesan, sought his confirmation when they met the president on June 17th. More highlights from Daily Mirror. Is government ready to thwart pro-LTTE groups? Nimal. In the wake of the US State Department report stating that LTTE operations are intact, opposition leader Nimal Siripaldi Silva asked whether the government had taken note of the latest development. Now let's see the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Security threat on MSMR. John. Threats to the lives of the incumbent and former president by radical and extremist elements have drawn the attention of security establishments. It was revealed in Parliament yesterday. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Food poisoning lands 170 in hospital. 170 garment factory workers in Sitawaka Industrial Zone, Avisavila, were hospitalized yesterday due to food poisoning. Police said the affected workers were admitted to the Avisavila base hospital. However, most of the workers were discharged soon after as it was a mild case of food poisoning. The police suspect that although the workers started showing symptoms yesterday morning, the food poisoning may have taken place the day before. The police are conducting further investigations. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Daily News. Karannagoda aware of Navy abductions. CID tells Magistrates Court. Former Navy Commander Admiral Wasantha Karannagoda was aware of the abductions of children by commandos of the Sri Lanka Navy. Sub-Inspector Nishantha Silva of the CID told Colombo Chief Magistrate Gihan Pilapitiya yesterday that information has surfaced to the effect that the former Navy Commander and several high-ranking officers of the Navy were aware of abductions which took place on September 17, 2008 in Dehiwala. When the case was taken up for hearing yesterday at the Colombo Chief Magistrate Court, SI Nishantha said the duty of the higher authorities of the Sri Lanka Navy would have been to release the abducted children without detaining them in torture houses if they found that the children were not involved in any criminal activity. It has also been revealed that even several ministers were aware that those children were held in custody by the authorities. Another highlight from Daily News. One dies as police fire at lorry. A man died when police opened fire at a lorry when the driver didn't heed the warning to stop the vehicle at a roadblock at Aranthalawa, Mahaoya early yesterday. Another highlight from Daily News. Alleged financial irregularities at SLBFA. Report handed over to FCID. A report on the alleged financial irregularities committed in the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment during 2013 and 2014 was handed over to FCID for investigations yesterday, Foreign Employment Minister Thalathathu Korula said. Another highlight from Daily News. BBS expresses concern on Islamic banking with CB officials. The Bodubala Sena General Secretary Venerable Galagodatha Janasarathero yesterday said that he had voiced concern to central bank officials on the decision taken by some private banks to offer financial services under Islamic principles. A BBS delegation had visited the central bank yesterday to discuss the relevant issues with officials. While identifying Islamic banking as a part of Sharia law, the Tehra questioned as to why such principles are being adopted in non-Islamic states. More highlights from Daily News. Removal of camps. Army has final word. PM. The decision whether an army camp is to be removed or not is taken by the army, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said in Parliament yesterday. The Prime Minister made this observation replying to an accusation by UPFA MP Vimal Weerawangsa that the Kodikamam army camp is to be removed by the government by the end of next year. Weerawangsa said he had received a document to prove this allegation. The Prime Minister said the army had not taken such a decision yet, adding that the House would be informed if such a decision was communicated by the army. Another highlight from Daily News. Tajuddin death. Court orders CCTV footage. The courts yesterday ordered the IT Engineering Division of the Colombo University to hand over a report on the CCTV footage obtained from a shop near Shalika Grounds, Narahenpita, on the day rugby player Wasim Tajuddin had died under suspicious circumstances. Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishantha Pieris made the order after the police informed courts that such a report was needed to ascertain whether the CCTV footage of a car obtained from cameras installed at a shop near the Shalika Grounds was the one driven by Tajuddin. The CCTV footage had been handed over to the CID by a close friend of Tajuddin. The court also ordered the Judicial Medical Officer, the Vice Chancellor of the Medical College in Malabe, Ananda Samarasekar, and Government Analyst Roshan Fernando to give a statement to the CID. More highlights from Daily News. Speaker shoots down Siripala's objections. Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa yesterday, while refusing the objections raised by opposition leader Nimal Siripal de Silva to discuss the gazetted 20th Amendment to the Constitution, allowed the adjournment motion to be taken up. The Speaker said he didn't see any reason not to take up the adjournment motion moved by the government and decided that the motion could be debated. He made this observation after considering views of government and opposition members, including Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's query from the opposition leader as to what standing order or provision of the Constitution prevents such a motion being discussed. Another highlight from Daily News. Pavement hawkers granted permission on cross streets. There are mixed reactions over the decision to allow pavement hawkers to conduct business on the streets of Colombo. The Rajapaksa regime under the Colombo City Beautification Program prohibited them from doing business on the pavements, which resulted in a great loss to them. Media reports said that, doing away with the ban, Colombo Mayor A.J. Muzammil decided to allow small-time traders to conduct their business on the pavement. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers, and we will bring you more tomorrow.